Hi there, Vladimir here, with another video about how to learn English. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Language. The word language is most closely associated with the word speak. Here is Longman's first example sentence with the word language.
How many languages do you speak?
And here are the most common collocations. Speak is at number 1.
Can you speak a foreign language?
Then we have use, which for most people also means speak. Learn, master. Cambridge Dictionary.
Do you speak any foreign languages?
Speak is in bold. Oxford Dictionary.
It takes a long time to learn to speak a language well.
Speak a language in bold again. And it's what most people say. I want to speak English. Speak English well, fluently. English or German or Japanese. Nobody says, I want to read well. I want to write well. Language is most closely associated with speaking. Thesaurus.com says antonyms for language are silence and quiet. How about that? So basically, no speaking, no language. Language equals speaking. Another thing people say is language is a tool for communication. Cambridge Dictionary defines communication as
the act of communicating with people.
To communicate, says Cambridge again,
is to share information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
For most people, the verb communicate is synonymous with to talk, to speak. Oxford Dictionary again. Language learners' number one complaint, by far number one complaint, is that they have nobody to practice their speaking with. Practice speaking, foreign language speaking. And it's language teachers' number one advice.
Stop studying and start communicating.
Learn by using, that means speak.
The secret to rapid language learning is you gotta speak it from day one.
Start speaking from day one.
How would you start learning a language? Because
I would just go to the place where the language is spoken or find a person from that country and I would just say hello. How do you say hello, and just go from there, or maybe just...
So really every time you learn a new word or a new phrase, you start using it.
When you learn something new, you really should go out and use it. So if you learn a new word in your textbook, make sure you then go out and use that word with your speaking partner or teacher.
You are going to talk to yourself.
You can talk to yourself. You can talk to yourself.
I actually recommend that you start by speaking out loud to yourself in the other language.
Talk to yourself in English.
Quite simply, talk to yourself.
Yes, talk to yourself. Out loud.
You can apply the method of self-talk.
This is Practice Paradise. Let's exercise your English speaking muscles.
Of course, shadowing.
My technique of shadowing.
Adopt a parent and start shadowing.
Matt talked about shadowing, but I quite liked also his idea about the parent. You can choose me if you want.
Imitate AJ in mini story goal. Okay, let's start. Welcome to our lesson. Let's begin. There are two friends, Antonia and Ray. Antonia.
I love talking to people about places they've visited and things that they've seen in the world.
People forcing themselves to speak, paying crazy money for speaking practice. Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Skype groups, conversation schools, membership sites, charging crazy money for speaking practice.
I want to thank our friends Lingoda.
Now I'm going to have a quick chat to you about the Lingoda Language Marathon. Really recommend Lingoda. What if I told you that in 3 months you could become fluent? Our partner, italki. I've partnered with Cambly. Hey guys,
Today, I want to tell you about an app that you can use to find native speakers of American English to practice with.
This is the first time I've joined this app, and I hope you can help me practice my English.
Of course.
Yes. Now, let's see what we talk about.
Okay, what can I do for you today?
All right. So what would you like to talk about today?
What would you like to do today? Just conversation, or do you have any specific questions or plan you'd like?
No, right now I'm new here and I would like to chat or talking a little bit, make conversation.
Хоча трохи важко розуміти, щоб бо how do you say it?
Tijuana, claro que Tijuana es muchas calientes, ¿sí?
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, good.
How are you today?
That's good. Very good. Sorry.
Were you working today?
No, I am licensed. How can I say?
Meat is good.
Why do you think so?
Because なんて言うんだろう、炭水化物。やっぱ単語は出てこないですよね。
What is the Fluentify method? We believe that by speaking, everything changes, and Fluentify starts from there.
Listen to me carefully. Anybody who charges money for speaking practice is either delusional or dishonest. Anybody who pays money to practice their speaking is either delusional or lonely. You should never pay for speaking unless you pay a psychiatrist. Now, let me make something perfectly clear. I am not against speaking. I am strongly against forcing yourself to speak in order to practice your speaking. I am strongly against paying money to practice your foreign language speaking. I am against speaking for the sake of speaking practice. When it comes to language learning, the very last thing you should worry about is speaking. You know, I've made so many videos about this nonsense called speaking practice and conversation schools and speaking groups on Facebook, WhatsApp and Skype. And it's useless. It's useless to try to convince people that language doesn't equal speaking. It's like trying to convince people that money doesn't equal happiness. It's impossible. People kind of get it, and then we are back to, I need more money. I need more speaking practice. I need a native speaker to practice my speaking with. And I understand. After all, it took me years and thousands of students to realize that speaking is the last thing language learners should think about. It's useless, but I'm gonna try yet once again. Okay. We all know that there are 4 language abilities: speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Now, here is a thought experiment. Imagine the following. You wake up one morning and you realize that you've lost all but one of your native language abilities. You've contracted a very rare disease and you lost 3 of your native language abilities. You lost the ability to read, the ability to speak, and the ability to hear your native language. But you are still able to write in your native language. A very rare disease, as I said. Let me elaborate. You suddenly became illiterate, can't read a single word in your native language, can't understand numbers either, completely illiterate. You also suddenly became language deaf, if you will. You lost your ability to hear language, but you can still hear everything else, the birds, the cars, and even music, but not language. And you also lost your ability to speak. The only ability this strange disease has left you with is your ability to write. You can still write in your native language. Now, along comes this guy, let's call him Vladimir, and Vladimir is holding 3 pills in his hand. It says speak on one, read on the second pill, and hear on the 3rd pill. These 3 pills will give you back your lost abilities, but you can only take 1 pill per year. If you take 2, let alone 3, you die. They are very strong, so only 1 pill per year. A year later, another one, and a year after that, the last pill, and you can get all your abilities back. Which pill would you take first? Which of your native language abilities do you want back first? Which second? And which last?